heard of the West Point Eggnog Riot?
No, why?
We have a special guest with us here to help me tell the infamous story.
Oh, no.
Welcome our special guest, Captain Ethan Allen Hitchcock. We are so excited to have you here on today's special episode called The Eggnog Fiasco of 1826.
I appreciate this humble invitation. It pains me to speak about, but the young people deserve to know of the mistakes the past teens have made. Tell me, do you know of the story?
Sort of.
What do you know?
Well, it all started off on the 4th of July in 1825 when cadets got super drunk and took the commandant of West Point on their shoulders. The superintendent, who once allowed alcohol only on the 4th of July and Christmas Eve, became super mad and was like, no more alcohol ever. All the students were determined to have it again eventually.
That is correct. The superintendent's name was Colonel Sylvanus Thayer. He was an extremely strict but kind man. Since the cadets could not get alcohol without breaking the rules, they snuck off to the North Tavern and Benny Havens, both of which were extremely off-limits to the cadets. Of course, that did not stop the insolent youths.
That's so ironic. You'd think since they're cadets in a prestigious school, they'd be obedient to the rules.
Yes, that's what we thought too. Clearly, we were proven wrong.
Wasn't Jefferson Davis, the future Confederate president, a student there at the time?
Yes, he could not handle his alcohol well. He was also one of the main cadets who smuggled alcohol into the school, in small increments, of course. Leading up to Christmas Eve 1826, the party began...
Oh, wait, I know this part, may I?
Certainly.
It started with a small amount of cadets in the North Barracks. I think it was room 28, and it started off quiet, but of course other cadets joined in, and it became louder and louder.
And they eventually woke me up at around 4 a.m. I was so irritated these cadets were partying so loudly that they woke me. So of course I found a large group and told them to go to bed.
I can't imagine that worked out well. Drunk college students don't listen at all.
Once I believed they had gone to bed, I did too. But then I started hearing someone knocking on my door. I checked, but not a soul was outside. I went back to bed, but heard it again. And once more, no one was at the door. Instead of going back to bed, I waited by the door to catch the hooligans in the act. And when the third knock came, it exposed the cadets who had still not gone to bed.
I can't say I'm too shocked. What did you do to get them to go to bed?
Well, after I had caught them, I stormed into a room and read the drunk students the riot act. As I was placing them under arrest, Jefferson Davis stumbled in and shouted about how Old Hitch was coming. Worst timing I've ever seen.
Didn't a drunk student start shouting to the other cadets to kill you, though?
Yes, he clearly could not handle his liquor, he said. Get your dirks and bayonets and pistols if you have them. Before this night is over, Hitchcock will be dead. This was the beginning of the most irritating hours of my life, all at 5 a.m.
Oh, Lord, that seems absolutely terrible. I heard someone stole a drum or something like that. It must have been a racket.
Indeed, that did happen. It woke up Lieutenant William Thornton. When he got up, he was almost immediately accosted by a cadet with a sword. Yes, it was quite chaotic. All the drunk teenagers now had weapons. Doesn't that sound lovely?
Yeah, sure.
I could never forget it. All the windows were broken, and it was just pure madness. One cadet even tried to shoot me.
Oh my God!
Luckily, though, another cadet knocked his arm, thwarting his aim to the door right next to me. I ran out of the dormitories and told a cadet to go fetch Commandant William Worth. But a cadet nearby thought I said fetch the bomb, as in the bombardiers.
There was no possible way that went well.
It definitely didn't. I bet they ran and hid like little babies.
That they did. Almost all the cadets involved ran back to their dorms and braced for impact, pushing furniture up against doors and knocking out windows.
Wait, that's actually so funny. They were preparing for something that wasn't even going to happen.
That's right. I was so lost and confused, but drunk students who have been awake all night eventually have to fall asleep, right?
I mean, I guess so.
Well, that's exactly what happened. That was the end of the riot. The next morning, the bugle sounded and all was back to normal. And that's the end of the story.
Wow, that was so chaotic. I can't believe something like that happened.
Me either. Who knew cadets liked eggnog so much? But thank you for coming on to our podcast, Captain Hitchcock. It was such a pleasure having you here.
It was a pleasure telling the stories of our past. Thank you for having me.
Well, that's it, folks. Thanks for tuning in. See you guys next episode.